This is day 3 of our 30-day diabetes diet and lifestyle plan. If this is your first video, I strongly recommend you go back to day 1 and start there. This series is built like therapy. Step by step, day by day, we move closer to remission. Skipping ahead means missing key steps. Today, our menu will be rich in protein and fiber. And later, I will reveal the role of magnesium, a hidden mineral that so many people with diabetes are lacking. Breakfast, fried eggs with avocado and herbs. Before breakfast, I strongly recommend drinking a full glass of water. It sounds simple, but it helps you feel satisfied sooner and prevents overeating. Then, start with a light salad. Cucumber, fresh greens, a splash of lemon. This fills your stomach with fiber, slows digestion, and protects you from a sudden sugar rise. Today, I recommend fried eggs with avocado and herbs. To prepare this breakfast, we will need 2 eggs, 70 grams of avocado, a handful of parsley or dill, 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Now let me tell you how to prepare our breakfast. Lightly grease a skillet with olive oil. Fry the eggs to your liking. Top them with diced avocado and sprinkle with fresh herbs. Nutrients per portion, 340 kilocalories, 16 grams of protein, 26 grams of fat, 5 grams saturated, the rest healthy monounsaturated fats from avocado, 6 grams of carbohydrates, 5 grams fiber, less than 1 gram sugars. Now let me tell you about a typical mistake many people with diabetes make. Most mornings, people eat white bread with jam. That's 40 to 50 grams of carbohydrates, 8 to 10 teaspoons of sugar. This causes a sugar explosion, insulin shoots up, and 2 hours later, they are hungry again. Let me explain what happens when you eat avocado with eggs. The healthy fats from avocado slow down digestion, the protein from eggs supports your muscles and keeps you full, and the fiber reduces stress on your pancreas. Instead of chaos in your blood sugar, you get stability and calm. Let me tell you about a study in 2013, Nutrition Journal published a study showing that eating avocado at breakfast improved satiety and lowered post-meal blood sugar in overweight adults. In real life, it looked like this. In 2015, a US study with more than 4,000 participants found that people who included avocado in their diet at least once a week had a 32% lower risk of metabolic syndrome. Micro conclusion from our breakfast: fried eggs with avocado and herbs are not just food, they are a shield against morning sugar spikes and a foundation of energy for the day. If you don't have avocado, or you dislike the taste, or you are allergic, you can replace it with olives and flax seeds. You will still get healthy fats and fiber to keep your blood sugar stable. Lunch: baked chicken drumsticks with broccoli. Before lunch, I strongly recommend drinking 1 glass of water. This reduces hunger and helps with portion control. Then start with a salad made of cabbage and cucumber. The fiber slows glucose absorption. Today, I recommend. For lunch, I recommend baked chicken drumsticks with broccoli. To prepare this lunch, we will need 200 grams of chicken drumsticks, 150 grams of broccoli, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, spices to taste. Now let me tell you how to prepare our lunch. Season the chicken drumsticks with spices. Bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 30 to 35 minutes. Steam or bake the broccoli alongside. Nutrients per portion: 420 kilocalories, 38 grams of protein, 28 grams of fat, 6 grams saturated, 8 grams of carbohydrates, 4 grams fiber, 2 grams sugars. Now let me tell you about a typical mistake many people with diabetes make. A very common lunch is pilaf with bread. That means 80 grams of carbohydrates, 16 teaspoons of sugar. After such a meal, blood sugar can rise by 6 to 9 millimoles per liter, putting blood vessels under huge stress. Let me explain what happens when you eat chicken with broccoli. Protein and fat provide steady satiety. Broccoli contains antioxidants and fiber that reduce inflammation and protect your liver. Let me tell you about a study in 2019, the Lancet Public Health showed that people with diabetes who consumed cruciferous vegetables like broccoli regularly had a lower risk of cardiovascular disease. In real life, it looked like this. In 2018, an Australian study with more than 1,300 participants showed that those who ate cruciferous vegetables had inflammatory markers 18% lower than those who did not. Micro conclusion from our lunch: baked chicken drumsticks with broccoli are not just a meal. They are protection for your blood vessels and your liver. If you do not have chicken drumsticks, replace them with turkey or chicken breast. Dinner: stewed beef with zucchini. Before dinner, I strongly recommend drinking 1 glass of water. This lowers appetite and reduces the chance of overeating. Then eat a light salad made of lettuce leaves and herbs. Today I recommend For dinner, I recommend lean beef stewed with zucchini. To prepare this dinner, we will need 150 grams of lean beef fillet, 150 grams of zucchini, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, spices to taste. Now let me tell you how to prepare our dinner. Slice the beef and zucchini. Stew them under a lid for 30 minutes on low heat. Nutrients per portion: 360 kilocalories, 34 grams of protein, 22 grams of fat, 7 grams saturated, 7 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams fiber, 2 grams sugars. Now let me tell you about a typical mistake many people with diabetes make. Many people in the evening eat dumplings or pastries. A portion like that contains 60 to 70 grams of carbohydrates, 12 to 14 teaspoons of sugar. Such a dinner guarantees a nighttime blood sugar surge. Let me explain what happens when you eat beef with zucchini. Protein supports muscle mass, while the slow carbohydrates from zucchini create minimal stress. Your pancreas works calmly, and your liver is not overloaded with glucose. Let me tell you about a study in 2018, BMJ published results showing that moderate intake of lean red meat, when combined with vegetables, did not increase risks for people with diabetes. In real life, it looked like this A2020 meta-analysis in the European Journal of Nutrition found that people who consumed lean beef in a diet rich in fiber actually improved insulin sensitivity. Micro conclusion from our dinner: stewed beef with zucchini is a dinner that fuels your body with protein while protecting you from nighttime sugar spikes. If you don't have beef, replace it with rabbit or turkey. Physical activity. Today, once again, I recommend cardio. It may be walking or cycling, whichever is more comfortable and safe for you. At least 60 minutes in the morning and 60 minutes in the evening. A 2021 Cochrane review showed that regular aerobic activity lowered hemoglobin A1C by an average of 0.7%. In today's bonus block, I will tell you about magnesium. In 2011, Diabetes Care published a study of more than 4,000 people. Those with low magnesium levels had a 33% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. In 2017, a meta-analysis in Nutrients confirmed that magnesium supplementation in doses of 250 to 400 milligrams per day improved insulin sensitivity and reduced inflammation. You can safely get magnesium from green vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Preventive doses from supplements are usually safe, but if you have kidney disease, magnesium must only be taken under medical supervision. Conclusion. This was day 3 of our 30-day journey. We practiced water before meals, started with salads, prepared protein-rich meals, and learned how magnesium supports insulin sensitivity. Do not stop now. Watch all episodes of this series. If you joined later, go back to day 1 and follow in order. And share this video with a friend or family member living with diabetes or pre-diabetes. For them, this may prevent a heart attack, stroke, or blindness. Tomorrow will bring a new day, a new menu, and another essential insight. Subscribe and stay with us.